Hello, beautiful people. How are all of you doing today? Chat, I haven't slept. So this is probably not going to be a very long stream. I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ugh. Anyways, chat. This is going to be poggers. Also, okay. I kind of don't like the new world boss. It's just really annoying. Am I the only one who thinks so? Or do you guys agree with me? I can use this. Shouldn't I, like... Wait, do these still count as Night Soul attacks? They do. So I can still... Night Soul his balls. Can I not? Doesn't it have a lot of resistances? Yeah, it does. Very annoying. Sleep check? Good one. That was funny. that was real funny. that was quite humorous indeed. Alright, chat. Let's do something much better than Eep. Okay? Much better than Eeping. Stare. Pound. Zilch. What the fuck? Goofy. Jesus Christ! Bro, what? Bro, what? Dude, I'm actually... Like, okay, wait. So... What the fuck, man? What if it's, like, Bobby? Wait, what if it's wait, what if it's mommy? Wait, Keck, wait. No shot! Nah! 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 Nah, they did not do that! No! That's fucked up! That is fucked up! That is entirely fucked up! Dude, this Wordle is fucked up! XILONEN release? True! Alright. Nick told me that today's connection was interesting. Spin, Jackknife, Bubbles, Progress, Buttercup, Fizz, Blossom, Pitchfork, Mojo, Mature, Foam, Boilerplate, Witherspoon, Billboard, Develop, Froth. Foam, Froth, Fizz, Bubbles? Ooh, what a hell! That's a thesaurus kind of word, man. Holy. Holy. Blossom, Mature, Develop, Progress. Oh! Oh! Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Ha! Ha! I get why he was like, ha, look, funny. Anyways, I have no. Maybe it's like these spoon, cup, knife, fork, but this is plate. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know. One away. One away. One away. Fuck. Yeah! Okay, we did it. It is actually kind of fucked up to have a category that is ending with tableware and to have something that's not in the category that ends with fork, though. Like, I will say, that is completely fucked up. What is the link between these? Music publications. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would not have guessed that. The first two are Genshin reactions. The third one is a Dendro team. True. Damn. Tableware team when? Let's do the mini. Synonym for close? Near? Maybe? Actors workshop assignment? Civic maker. Honda. Something blank sanctum private chain. I don't know. Synonym for close. I see. That's cringe. Okay, wait. That's probably not a good idea to start with. Okay. Scone. Pastry often served with tea. Temporary reddish dye. Not sure. Far from over, Barack. Vulnerable body part in soccer. Chin? Okay, this is near. For sure. Inner sanctum. Ooh. Ooh. Shut? It's like synonym for close instead of synonym for close. Droplet of sorrow. Tear. Far from over, under. That is fucked up. And seen. Okay. This was a good mini. This was a good... I like this mini. This was a good mini. Wait, actual, like, Omega Pog mini. No? Like, wouldn't you guys agree this was a good mini? I feel like none of them was like that easy, but none of them was that hard either. Maybe this one I probably wouldn't have gotten, but you know, it worked out. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. Hey, wait. You can actually dodge the fall damage with that. That is insane. Wait, that is sick, actually. Unless I just didn't take fall damage. Maybe I just didn't take fall damage. I think you can just dodge it, though. That's kind of pog. Well, dies of cringe. I haven't gotten 4 a single time so far. That's kind of annoying. XILONEN first impressions. We'll do that today, yeah. But if you're just asking me, I like her. I think she's pretty fun. Her like E double attack, it actually feels kind of smooth. I didn't expect it to feel smooth. I thought it would be a little clunky. But it feels a lot smoother than I expected it to. It just, I don't know, it feels nice. I'm personally very surprised at how well the Milani Farina XILONEN Channeling team plays. I'm not convinced about that one, honestly. Maybe I can test it out a little more. I don't mind. Gotta go 5 though. My expectations for it were extremely low. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I guess so. Perhaps. I don't like how inconsistent the vapes are. But I guess if you're willing to reset, it's really good. Does it make sucks for testing? I agree, yeah. 100% agreed. Ain't no fucking way. It doesn't feel bad, but I don't know. XILONEN feels so good with Milani. That spoken like a true Candace doubter. But Candace doubter believe how good Candace is? Alright. That was uncalled for. That was entirely uncalled for. My bad. That was unnecessary. Entirely unnecessary. Oh. Where the heck is Bennett? There he is. You try XILONEN with Noelle? My Noelle build is really bad. I'm down, but don't expect much. Well, whatever. That was not perfect at all, but it'll have to do. It'll have to do. Have you done any CHASCA calc yet? I haven't even looked at her kit yet. That's gonna be the pog part of this stream. I just realized there is a hydro enemy on this side, isn't there? This won't work, will it? Maybe Shaolin can solo carry? Probably can't, but we'll give it a shot. I don't think that was a missed vape. I think that was a missed crit. which is very annoying considering how much fucking crit rate I have. For those that are not knowers in chat, it's a lot of fucking crit rate. It's 99.6% crit rate that I have. So not critting in a situation like this is really frustrating. We still got 3 stars! Easy clap! Shangling my goat. Shangling my goat! Oh, my vapes. Well, whatever. Come on, Fav. Ooh, my vape. What? Did I miss? Whatever. Good enough. It'll have to do. What do you feed this Arlecchino? I feed her a C6 Candace. That's the secret. That worked out. I don't know if I like it more than the Candace version though. Maybe I do. Vape stealing Farina. Yeah, but I think if you're not speedrunning, the fact that you're getting damage from Farina in a lot of situations is gonna make up for the vapes you're losing. And if you're willing to reset on top of that, then you're just opening up more options for yourself. But yeah, it is not satisfying. That is true. It's a little annoying to not get your vapes, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's give the Noel team a shot. Sure. We're a little overcapped, but not by that much, so it should be fine. Eh, whatever. The thing is, Noel is not good for this Abyss, which is annoying. Noel. Where's my Noel? Noel. XILONEN. Farina, probably. Put in 2 crit rate, yeah. It'll have to do.
Let's get down to business.
I can't do this. I don't have a way to keep him staggered, so it just is what it is. Does this Candace fuck up Milani and VV Milani? No, it doesn't. It might fuck it up if your pyro unit is not Changeling, but Changeling's pyro is enough that it doesn't fuck it up. I'll try it second side, but that means I'm playing a Noel team in single target, which is not ideal, to say the least. Especially if I'm playing a Noel double Hydro team in single targets against a Hydro immune enemy. That's even worse. Like that's bad. That's awful. That's real bad. Why is Chris requesting to join my world? Hello, Chris. Hey. Thank you for the raid. And welcome, raiders. We are currently in the process of sucking at the video game, honestly. That's fucking annoying.
This one's well done. An unfortunate fault.
Well, like I said, we're in the process of sucking at the video game. Happens. Okay, What? Why do I constantly let this motherfucker fly away from me? It's like 2 attacks and he's dead. That was awful.
Your coming was foretold.
Maybe I don't actually need to ult on XILONEN in this team. I fucked that up. Yeah, I don't think I can do this. I probably could, but I give up. Energy problems? Yeah. There's also that. My Noel has barely any ER. Wait, do I have follower only on? I think I do. Followers off. I apologize, Raiders. Usually I turn off follower only chat when I get a raid. My bad. My bad. But yeah, we're doing a little bit more XILONEN testing. A bunch of the teams I want to test for XILONEN are teams that I can't make on my account, so I'll be borrowing some viewers' accounts later. How do you get to the boss? You go under the bridge. The bridge right here. There's an entrance to a cave under here. What's your impression of her? It's pretty positive. But she's not a particularly interesting character, right? Like, you swap into her, you press E, you auto twice, and you swap out. That's pretty much what you do on her. So it's not, like, the most compelling gameplay. We're doing CHASCA now? No. We'll do CHASCA later. What comps are you planning on testing that you can't test on your account? I want to do Ito comps. I want to do Grizzly comps. Ganyu comps. I want to do Raiden comps, but I refuse to put my Raiden on any build other than EM. So I can't do that on my account. Do you want to try Sijuin? Nah, I'm good. Nick was trying XILONEN plunge. Yeah, Nick DM'd me at like fucking 4:13 a.m. He said, "Yo, Zaj, thoughts on plunge XILONEN? Also hi. I replied, lol. He replied, you want to see a showcase that will change your mind? And I replied, no. After that, he said, okay, Saj, do you like me? I said, romantically, question mark. He said, as a friend, dot, dot, dot. And I replied, I like you like a dad likes his child. Which is, it is a good way to describe our relationship, right? Like, I feel like he's like a little kid throwing tantrums. And I'm just sitting here having to deal with his bullshit. Like, yeah, I'm babysitting his ass. Like, Please don't neglect your son. He's left the nest, chat. He's left the nest. There's nothing I can do. Is that coffee from Tim Hortons? Yeah, it is. Okay, what sort of team do I want to try now? Maybe Lenny? Nah, I don't wanna. I could try Yoimiya. Let's see how this goes. Bro, ain't no shot, I just, whatever. Wait, my Yoimiya's build isn't right, is it? Well, it might be right, actually. Did I not get a fucking... whatever. I did not get a breakthrough barb. Fuck! Come on. Jeez. Alright, not even close. Thank you, Flat HP Substat, I appreciate it. If it wasn't for you, I would have died. He's on the right build. Alright, let's do a proper run with it. What do I do on this side? I'm down for this. Kanish? I don't want to play Kanish without Bennett.
Let's get down to business.
Okay.
Your coming was foretold.
Fuck. I canceled too early.
Bloom as the flowers in Guravad. Bound as one like the 99. The eternal oasis at long last.
I don't want to talk about it. I do not want to talk about it. Chat, shut the fuck up. Keep it to yourself. I do not want to hear any of your thoughts. Your thoughts are irrelevant and they do not matter. You are worthless. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, chat. Not a peep out of you. I need my fucking burst. Otherwise I'm gonna die of cringe. Should be good enough. I don't have enough ER in my channeling for that team, unfortunately. But that's okay. pretty sure that's not gonna hit, but that's fine. It didn't need to hit. Okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't get a Hydro Swirl, but that's okay. I don't need it. I don't need it. Energy. I don't think you're supposed to run TF on CHILONEN, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Oh, it's Kiwi. What's up? I hate you? Why do you hate me? I'm giving you some useful advice. Don't run Thundering Fury on CHILONEN. It will not be very good. Ooh, we got lucky. Nice. $110K. Interesting. You're so right. The fashion impact is terrible. Real. No, that's not actually real. The fashion TF looks pretty on anything. TF my goat. I will explain it to you. Okay. I hope you're ready. Here's how you play CHILONEN. All right, and you better be ready. Okay, because this advice is gonna be insane. This is top tier advice from a theory crafter. All right. So open your eyes. All right. You swap to CHILONEN. You use E. You press mouse 1. You do it again, and then you swap out. Let's go through it one more time. You swap to CHILONEN, you use E, 2 attacks, and you swap out. Holy. Holy! The ultimate is optional. You can use it if you want. That's pretty much what it boils down to. What the heck does the ult do? It heals. That's pretty much it. Can I use her in my Kachina team? If you're not going for constellations on her, you don't want to play her in triple Geo. But you can play her in double Geo with Kachina. If you're trying to maximize your Kachina personal damage, she offers less of a buff than going for like Goro plus other stuff. What does Constellation do? Her Geoshred is not really gonna work out at C0 unless you have no more than 2 Geo units. So if you have 3 Geo units, her Geoshred is scuffed as fuck. But if you have 1 or 2, her Geoshred is reliable and good. Con do I need for good Geoshreds? C2, but I don't want to say you need it for good Geoshred. Because, like, that's not accurate. But at C0, what do you think of Kachina, Farina, XILONEN, and Chongyun? I was following until Chongyun. I mean, the first 3 I like. Chongyun. Perhaps you shouldn't be allowed in the kitchen. Perhaps you should be barred from the kitchen. But if you want the last slot, you can. There's not really a last slot that's gonna be good for your Kachina damage. I want Kachina's normals to go faster. I mean, okay. Mika time, true! Mika time indeed. Wait, I have Yunjin, would that work? For the same reason why you can't use Goro in that slot, you also can't really use Yunjin. Because you're gonna have 3 Geo. Like, okay, the best slot here is probably just Yelan. Yelan gives you some damage bonus, I guess. Not worthless. Like, Yelan will work. That's fine. Doesn't he get a buff to her personal damage if you have triple Geo? Yes, but in exchange, you can't activate her Night Soul anymore. Basically, if you have triple Geo, you can't fill up your Night Soul bar anymore. And if you can't fill up your Night Soul bar anymore, you don't have off-field tread. You only have on-field tread. Which means, if you're going triple Geo, it has to be for XILONEN carry. Otherwise, XILONEN is completely worthless for the team. Because she's not shredding Geo while she's off-field. If you're not on-fielding her, why the fuck is she there? Her Geo samples are always active. They're always active so long as your Night Soul is active. But your Night Soul gets deactivated as soon as you swap out. So they're not actually always active. That's why her C2 says CHILONEN's Geosaur samples will always remain active. It wouldn't say that if that was already the case. I'm so confused on Night Soul. It's fine. You don't have to bother with it. Night Soul points are like imaginary. True. Your requirements to burst every rotation? It depends a lot. In most of the teams, though, just having Fab and proccing it is going to be enough. Okay, so Yelan in my last slot for her ult? Yeah. Like, this is what I would do if I were you. Does her ult even work with Kachina's skill? I don't actually know, but I don't think it matters. But I guess we might as well check it out. It does! Oh! Wait, that's actually sick. Did anyone in chat know that? Because I didn't. The 2 damage is crazy. I mean, it's like her level. She's level 2. Why is she level 2? Because there's no point to me leveling her. I'll give her a leveled up weapon though. I'll give her a level 70 maxed out beginner's protector. She deserves it. She's earned it. My goat, slightly yellowish beginner's protector from the Ascension. Calls her the goat, doesn't level her. Listen, okay? The problem with Kachina is that she's in that weird spot where, like, she's bad enough that I'm never gonna have a team where Kachina's gonna be optimal to use. But she's not so bad that it's funny, right? She's, like, just at that level of strength where it's not that funny to use her. Right? It's not like Kaveh. Kave's funny as fuck to play. Because he's ass. But, like, Kachina's a bit too good for it to be funny. But she's not quite good enough to justify investing into her. But you like Mika? What the fuck makes you think I like Mika? Like, please, actually, tell me. What has led you to this conclusion? Because you said, it's Mika time, Colin D. Yeah, that sounds like me for sure. For real, for real. For real, for real. Did Jeff secretly a Mika like her? No, I'm secretly a Kachina liker. She was so wholesome in the first Archon quest. I really wish she wasn't incredibly uninteresting as a like unit. She's not a voice on this Archon quest? Yeah, I've heard that as well, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Can I get an 07 in the chat? Wait, why VA Strike? Put her with C6 Hyunjin, Mika, and C2 Jean, then Kachina is really fun to play. I'm pretty sure I have none of these things. I don't have Mika. My Hyunjin is C3, and my Jean is C1. So I literally can't do any of what you've just said. How the fuck have you dodged Mika for so long? Skill. Talent. Outstanding innate ability. I was born different. I was born above you. All of you. All of you Mika havers. I'm not a Mika haver. I'm proud of you. You can have mine. Okay, unironically, I would kind of like to have Mika, but I don't think I'd build him, so that's not actually true. What are the 4 stars I don't have? Is it just Mika? Wait, it's actually straight up just Mika. Mika's the only 4-star I don't own. That's funny. That's funny. You're just calling him Mike is so funny. Real. How to build C6 Dory? Hyper Bloom / Quick Bloom build. So EM Sands and then either EM or Electro and then either EM or Crit. No Risley? Looks like you'll never have him. I probably don't want to get Risley, no. Honestly, I wish I could unpull Chloe from my account. I really think Chloe is probably the character I've regretted the most. Every other character that I got intentionally, I either had a decent amount of fun with them like when they were released, or I ended up playing them a decent amount after getting them. Except Client. Client is the one exception to that. It's Yoimiya for me. Yoimiya has also been somewhat similar. However, Yoimiya was an accident. I didn't try to get her. I got her when I was trying to get Sayu. I also regret pulling on that banner, but I don't regret making the decision to go for Yoimiya because I never made that decision, you know? Whereas I do regret making the decision to go for Cloven. Why? She's just not fun for me. Regret tier list? I'm actually kind of down. Wait. The last time I opened this, the tier maker template, I was doing my 3 favorite characters from each region. And now that we have a few more Natlan characters, we might as well add Natlan. We don't have a lot of Natlan characters. Yeah, we actually really don't have a lot. I just leave it at that, actually. I don't have a third favorite yet. I don't really like Molani that much. And the others have had like no story presence. I haven't done the most recent Archon quest yet. I'd put Mawika here. Kenichi kind of sucks. Yes. Yes, Kenichi sucks. But like, it's important to be able to differentiate when it comes to fictional characters between this character evokes a negative response in me because that's what they're going for, and that's his that's their purpose in the story they're supposed to, versus this character evokes a negative response in me because they have no place here, or it doesn't work, or they're trying to be funny but they're not. Like, Kanish is an asshole. For sure. Infuriating asshole. But it's kind of refreshing to have a character that's just straight up an asshole. I will say, I like him less after doing the story quest. The story quest has made me like Ahau a bit more, and Kanich a bit less. Ahau is a stain on this game. I disagree. Ahau is my goat. I love Ahau's lines. You should try bungee jumping without a rope now. Yeah, he really is the goat. Why do you consider Kanich to be an ass? Well, pretty much everything that comes out of his mouth is either insensitive or mean. In the Archon quest, at least. The abysmal disorder caught me off guard. Bro, Ahau is the GOAT. For sure. For sure. Who are the 3 characters from Mondstadt? Oh yeah, I can scroll up. Isn't this an interesting spread of characters, though? I feel like there's no real, like, trend. Like, there's no clear overall trend for my character preferences. Pyro? I guess Pyro is the most represented, but eh. One of the elements is gonna be. It is what it is. There's a trend internally in each region? I don't think so. I guess in Liyue there is. I don't think there's a trend here. No. Girl bosses, I guess, sure. Girl bosses, I guess, sure. Girl bosses, I guess, sure. I guess you could say there's a girl boss trend in Fontaine Sumeru and Inazuma. Like, sure. 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 Now, when you said you'd put Moew, yeah, but Kachina and Kanich are not girl bosses. Well, like, we're already pushing it a little with Ito. How is? Okay, calm down. Make a girl boss to girl failure tier list for every character. No. I don't think that's a good idea. Oh yeah, okay, so let's do the how much do I regret these characters. Okay. So, Pog. Poggies. Would get again. Meh. Would refund. Omega regret. The would refund category is characters that I don't necessarily regret getting, but that I wouldn't use anymore. And I like if I was offered the option to refund them, I would take it. Yeah, we'll only do limited 5-star characters. So it starts with Venti. We'll get again. For sure. For sure we'll get again. Ooh. Child is actually really interesting. I think Child goes in would refund. I've had a lot of fun with Child over the years, but if I could get my primos back for him now, I probably would. I have burnt out of Child after like 2.5 years of international. I'm tired of him. Sucrose National is more fun anyways. Zhongli. Probably goes in Woodget again. Honestly, I mean, obviously I regret getting C1, but that was also an accident. If I lost Zhongli from my account, I don't think I'd pull for him again. I don't think there's any team where I feel like I would need to use him. But having him available when I, like, just want to play whatever on a side so I can test on the other side, or when I want to showcase a mechanic against Primo Bishop and I don't want to have to fucking focus on dodging the attacks and stuff like that, is still, like, valuable. And I would not want to refund him if I was given the option. I'd refund a C1 for sure, but Charlie as a whole, yeah. Did you mean to skip Klee? Yeah, because I don't have Klee. So I don't have thoughts on whether I regret getting her, because I didn't get her. Albedo! I don't know if I would refund Albedo. I don't think so. Like, if I think about it logically, would I refund Albedo so I can go for Chiori instead? Probably. But, like, meh. I don't feel very strongly about it. I'm not unhappy I have Albedo on my account, you know? And I do use him sometimes. And the people that ask me to play fucking Shat Beto aren't actually serious, whereas the people that fucking bother me and keep telling me that I should play international, those people are serious. So they're a lot more annoying. Ciao! I can't believe I'm about to do this. Don't send this to Nick. But Xiao goes in Poggies. Pre-Xianyan, Xiao would have gone here. But Xianyan has made Xiao actually feel kind of fun to play for me. Actually, I don't know if it's Xianyan or Farazan, because I got both of them at around the same time. It's probably more Farazan than Xianyan, but yeah. Hu Tao! Hu Tao goes in wood refund. I got Hu Tao, and I triple crown her just so I could feel more confident in saying that Chengling was the GOAT. But, like, it's been a long time now, and I barely play her anymore. So, like, if I could refund her, I would. Kazuha. Kazuha probably goes in Poggies. The main argument against putting him in Poggies would be that while I do use Kazuha a lot, if I didn't have him, I don't feel like I'd miss him that much. Like, the main reason I use Kazuha over Sucrose is because in Abyss, it's really annoying to scroll up and down over and over again to pick characters. And Kazuha's at the top. So I don't have to scroll to click on him. I can do this. Like, that's unironically the main reason why I use him more than Sucrose. Like, if it was preset teams, would you use Sucrose more? Probably, yeah. I probably would. If you could actually use your presets in Abyss, like just load them in, I would use Sucrose a lot more. But I do use him a lot. So he'd probably be towards the bottom of Poggies. But I think it's fine to put him in Poggies. Alright, Yoimiya is an Omega regret. I don't know if it's fair to put her there because I didn't get her intentionally. The only positive that has come out of me getting Yoimiya is that it's funny. Once every like 3 to 4 weeks, I give in to people that ask me to play Yoimiya. I play Yoimiya. It feels like shit, and I get to complain about Yoimiya. And it's funny, and it's good content. But, like, it's not enough to justify the cost. Anyways. Raiden. Raiden goes in Poggies for sure. I don't really play Raiden with her burst anymore. But Raiden Hyper Bloom and recently Raiden in ChesseBurgers teams is actually my GOAT. So, yeah. It's a lot of 5 stars that I didn't get in a row, huh? Ayato. I would refund Ayato, I think. Yeah, I would definitely refund Ayato if I could. But I think pretty much everyone who has Ayato would refund Ayato. So I don't think I need to say anything. Yelan! Meh. Yelan goes in meh, maybe above Albedo though. I don't really play Yelan anymore. I think I play Yelan more in Double Hydro Hyperloom than every other team combined, and I don't even play Double Hydro Hyperloom very often anymore. Spoken like a true Sing-Sung laser, true. Double Hydro died in Sumeru? I wouldn't say that's true. Double Hydro Hyper Bloom is very good. And a double Hydro Core with Farina is good in a lot of Fontaine teams. The thing is, I tend to almost always gravitate towards Singto Farina over Yelan Farina if I'm playing double Hydro. In, like, for Fontaine units. Because Singto's just too comfortable. Wouldn't you refund her? I don't think I would, no. Because I do still use her sometimes. And having her available for team options is also nice because it lets me test. It lets me test teams with her. And I have Elegy, which is another nice thing with her. Because it makes potential speedruns better with her. Sino! I would refund Sino. I had a lot of fun with Sino when he came out, I will say. I really did. But... And so I'm not going to put him on Omega Regret. A lot of the fun from Sino was just from the fact that he was the only... Well, not the only, but... He had an interesting position in the character roster as an electro carry that was focused around Dendro. But I don't really use him anymore, so if I could refund him, I would. Nahida. Nahida goes in Poggies for sure. Daya. And Daya's going to be the only standard character here because I did actually get Daya from the limited Daya banner and not from the standard banner. I actually have never lost a 50-50 to Daya or gotten her from standard wishes. I would get her again in a heartbeat. No doubt about it. If not only has Daya been the character with whom I had the most fun on release, because one, it was just kind of fun to do dog shit speedruns with Daya carry, but two, it was so fucking funny realizing just how bad she was and how there were a lot of issues that I didn't even realize were going to be issues in my pre-release, in which I already said that she was going to be dog shit. Like, that was really fun. It was a great time. It was a great patch. Like, it was a great first day testing. Yeah, so not only that, but also now she's actually used in a decent amount of teams, and, like, I'm glad I have her for those teams. Baiju, I would get again. I don't think he breaks into Poggies, but I got Baiju on his rerun, and I'm glad I did. I do think I didn't really miss out on much not getting him on his first run. Because I do think that pre-Farina, Baiju wasn't that valuable of a character. But I'm glad I got him on his rerun. Linny goes in wood refund. I don't regret getting Linny, because I feel like 4.0 would have been way too stale if I didn't. But like, if any other character had been released in 4.0, I would have gotten them. If Chiori had been released in 4.0, I would have gotten her. Like, it was more so a dry patch moment than a Linny Pog moment. But if I could refund him now, I would. Neville. This may come as a surprise for some of you, but Neville is not going to make it into Poggies. I use Neville a lot. Mainly because I know he's always built. At least to some extent. But he really is a boring character to play. Farina would get again. For sure. Doesn't make it into Poggies, but I would get her again. Xianyun probably makes it into Poggies. Actually, does she? Maybe not. Maybe she doesn't. Yeah, actually, I'll leave her in here. Arlecchino. Definitely Poggies. Arlecchino is my GOAT. If I was forced into only playing one carry for the rest of my life, and it had to be a character that was like unequivocally a carry, right? So not allowed to choose Xiangling or Xingqiu as my option. It would probably be Arlecchino. I find it unfortunate how her characterization in her story quest humanized her in a way that was a bit unnecessary in my eyes. I liked Arlecchino more before we knew more about her. I really liked the idea of Arlecchino as a character who is an evil bitch, but doesn't just want her whole fucking native country. No, how do you say it? The country where she was born, whatever. Her whole ass fucking country of origin to get sunk and everyone to die. Like, I liked Homeland, yeah. I liked the idea of a villain that wasn't just evil for the sake of evil. Yeah, evil but rational. Like, clearly had motivations that were not very poggers, but wasn't just like reveling in people's suffering, right? And I feel like they humanized her a bit too much in her story quest. And I thought she became a lot less interesting because of that. It was that specific theme where it's perfectly fine to see her human side, but I don't think it was necessary to show us her human side. Like, I feel like it was better left implied. Not every aspect of a character has to be actively shown, and sometimes an aspect of a character intentionally being withheld can achieve the same effect in a more powerful way. I think they explored her motivations too much. I don't think it was necessary. But, like, I don't know. The characterization of Arlecchino in the Archon quest was so good. Because in all of her interactions, she felt threatening but dignified. The only actual act of violence that she commits in the Archon quest is almost killing Farina, but she doesn't actually even do anything. And it's in a flashback. But her presence still feels threatening. And Arlecchino's characterization in her story quest felt so much weaker to me. She lost her aura? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. She lost her aura. Even after her story quest, I still think she's one of the best Hoyo characters. But before her story quest, I thought she was the best. And now I don't feel like I can say that with confidence anymore. Who is the best one? I'm not sure. It's a difficult question. The main issue is that Genshin writing is very inconsistent in both the nature of the characters in stories and in the quality of those stories. Which means that, as a general rule, the more often a character is present in stories, the more I'm going to dislike them, because they're either going to have inconsistent characterization, or they're going to be part of a shit story that makes them boring. So as a general rule, in my eyes, the characters that aren't used too much tend to be more compelling. Like Gumming. I think Gumming is a very compelling character. I like him quite a bit. Anyways. Clothine is going to go in Omega Regret. I had like 5 minutes of fun with her. No, not worth it. Would not recommend. Emily. Right now she's in here, but I think eventually she's gonna go down to meh. She just... I think that Emily has a problem of special effects. Like, both sound effects and visual effects are just so subtle. And I feel like it doesn't really work for a character like her. Because you want to play her in burning teams, but because burning does damage every 0.25 seconds, there's already a lot of numbers on screen, so her numbers stand out less. And then on top of that, both her visual effects and her sound effects are like incredibly subtle. And so even when she's actually doing something, it never feels like she's doing anything. Which I really don't like. But yeah. Maloney would get again. I like Milani. Milani Pog. Kanich, Poggies. And finally, XILONEN. Probably Poggy. Probably would get again. I don't think it makes it into Poggies. Let's try to order them within each tier. They is still my goat. Or like, you know, yeah. Here, that's fine. If you were to ask me which one I enjoy playing the most right now, it would probably be Kanich out of, like, these three. But that's mostly just because he's still new and fresh. I expect him to settle around here. Probably right and above Shao. Probably Naida above Kazuha. Here, probably Venti first, then Mualani, then XILONEN, no, then Farina, then XILONEN. Probably something like this. Probably this. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's probably the right order. Okay, business. I missed Klein. Why regret? I had like 5 minutes of fun with her and then I regretted getting her. She just doesn't feel different enough to Katang. And she's less fun to play. How about characters you regret not getting? I'll order the characters I didn't get from most wanted to least wanted. But let's put all of them together. Klee, Ganyu, Mila, Ayaka, Kokomi, Ito, Shenhe, Yai, Nilo, Wanderer, Alahytham, Grizzly, Navia, Sijuin, Yori. That's it? I thought he was limited. Yeah, but I didn't get him, and then I got him on standard. So I'm not going to include him. Because I didn't pull for him on a limited banner. And it's not a character I could consider getting now. Because I have him. So I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay. Who is the character I would want the most out of these? That's difficult. Probably Risley. Risley's not the best character here, but he's probably the one I would want the most out of these. I like Risley. Risley's VA is one of the few that I actually noticed. I feel like a lot of the time, voice acting, whether it's in anime or games, feels incredibly stiff in a way where, like, it doesn't feel like these are characters talking to one another. It's like you can tell that there were voice lines recorded individually. It doesn't feel like a conversation. And Risley's VA manages to not necessarily completely fix that, but improve it at the very least. I think Risley is the character whose voice acting I like the most. On top of that, I think it would be nice to have at least one proper cryo carry. Not just like Kea, which isn't really a carry. Like, you can play him in quick swap team, but his personal DPS isn't really high enough to justify calling him a carry. So having at least one cryo carry would be nice. Might as well get Ayaka? No, if I had to choose between the two, I would 100% get Risley. Not even close. Because I'd probably play both of them in Hyperbloom anyways, and I'd rather play Risley in Hyperbloom than Ayaka. Anyways, next would probably be Navia. Navia's kind of pog. I don't think I'll get her, but like if she was on a banner with really good 4 stars, I'd consider it. Navia's a character that has pretty okay gameplay, but I don't really like her personality very much. Like, I'm relatively, I look relatively favorably upon her value as a unit, but I'm not too big of a fan of her character. She's just, she fell off, okay? Navia was interesting because of her interactions with Silver and Milus. And them dying has made me lose any and all interest I had in her. It's just, they ruined her. Like, her characterization and just her presence was so much more interesting with Milus and Silver. And if they never showed us that, then I would have been fine with it, because, like, she's not the first character with a boring whatever personality. But now, every time she comes on screen, I remember, oh yeah, Silver and Midas could have been here. And they don't really make up for it in a way that I find interesting. Like, they should have killed off only one of them. I understand the value from a storytelling perspective of killing off one of the characters you're like slightly attached to so that you can share in her grief, so that the grief isn't like just, ooh, random NPC we've never met died, why should we care? Like, I get why they felt like they had to kill them off, but I feel like killing off both of them just made her too boring. Silver or Midus? I think they should have killed off Midus and kept Silver alive. I think Midus was a more interesting character, but I think that he didn't really have anywhere to go from there. Silver's death wouldn't make for an interesting character arc for Midus, but Midus's death would have made for an interesting character arc for Silver. I agree with you guys that Midus is the better one of the two, but that's why Silver is the one who should have survived. I hate that you're right. I know. Why, where's my job offer? Huh? Which one is Silver? Silver is the one who with the glasses. But this is the old one. But it just feels like a mob boss who doesn't have like quirky underlings to like banter with. You're missing something. You need to have an underling. Anyways. Kind of feels like Midus is a mentor to Silver, and if Midus died, Silver would get some character development of having to step up. Yeah, like that's pretty much what I would have liked to see. Anyways, after Navia, who would be next? Nilo. It would be Nilo. I don't like Nilo, but like having her to test shit would be fine. I wouldn't hate the idea. I don't know. Is that because you actually kind of like her design, or because everyone else sucks? I mean, I have almost 70,000 Primo Gems. If there's a character I really want, I can get them. None of the characters that I don't have if they got a rerun right now that didn't have like really good 4 stars, I wouldn't get any of them, right? So yeah, it is the other characters not being interesting, but like, yeah. Anyways, Nilo is very uninteresting for me character-wise. Like, I would only get her as a unit. A lot of the characters that I don't have, I have, like, some thoughts on their characterization and whether it would make me want to play them or not. Like, because at the end of the day, it still has some effect, even if it's not the main thing I care about. But with Nilo, it's like, she doesn't have a character. She doesn't have a personality. I have nothing to say. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Ugh. Next would probably be Ito. Especially now that XILONEN has come out, I actually would kind of like to get Ito. Ito's probably going to be on a Goro banner. I do kind of want to get Goro cons. If the 4 stars on the banner are good, I might actually consider it. But we'll have to see. Come on, give me an Ito with like a Yai banner that has Goro, Chevreuse, Dory. I'll go for that in a heartbeat. In your dreams, yeah, I know. Next. Huh. I guess it would probably be Yai. We're starting to get to the point where I would rather... Sorry. All of these characters so far, I would rather have them on my account than the characters that I would refund. Like, if I could trade any of the would refund characters for any of these, I probably would. But we're starting to get to... We'll soon get to the point where I wouldn't trade. I think once we get to the characters that I like even less than the characters I'd refund, I'll make another tier for that. Didn't get... Somewhat want. I had Alhaitham, would I even play him? Probably. Alhaitham can go here. And then probably the last character in this category is going to be Chiori. Didn't get, don't want. The character I would dislike the least here is probably Kokomi. I don't want her. I feel like the only team where I would consider playing Kokomi is Monohydro, and I don't like Monohydro. I think it's a cringe-ass team. So I just don't think I would ever really want Kokomi. But it is what it is. Next up is probably Wanderer. I don't really want Wanderer. If I had him, I'd probably play him once in a while, though, like Kokomi. I think his teams are cringe, but... Like, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of... He wouldn't sit on the bench like Yoimiya does. Next is probably Shenhe. The thing with Shenhe is... I don't want Shenhe with the units I have, but if I got Risley, Shenhe would be higher, and having her could be useful for future cryo units as well. Does he not have any cryo 5-star? I have Chi-Chi. You count? Next would probably be Sijuin. Just because her burst animation is funny. That's pretty much the only good thing I have to say about her. Her burst animation is funny. But that's enough. Then probably Klee. But I don't see myself playing her much more than Linny, so eh. And then Ayaka. And I need to make another row here just for didn't get, wouldn't even trade Zhongli's C1 for. No, thank you. No, thank you. Is that below Omega? Okay. If we're trying to, like, look at these... Like, if we're trying to put the three categories of characters I don't have next to the categories of characters I do have, these characters would probably be around the same level as meh. These characters would be here, and then these characters would be here. Yeah. I remember you considered C6 Dea. Where would C6 Dea feed? C0 Dea is literally the highest one on the list. So, C6 Dea would just be even higher. Why does he regret Clement more than Sino? Because, like, if you're asking me who would I rather play right now between Clement and Sino, I'd rather play Clement. However, the amount of fun that I had with Sino on his release is more than the amount of fun I'll ever be able to have with Clement. I had a lot of fun with Sino when he was released. I never had fun with Clement, and I never will have fun with either of them ever again. So... Reach destination, that seems a little cringe. Help, plummet, no. Leyline monolith, can do that. Can you give me your Sino maybe somehow? You wanna buy it from me? Real.
Let's hope you put up a good fight. This was
You asked for it. Boom!
I will. Stand down.
Gonna wait 7 minutes for this. Buying your account, no more streaming, rip bozo. If you stop streaming, would you sell your account? I don't know. The thing is, why would I stop streaming? If you get a girlfriend? What, are you not allowed to have a job if you have a girlfriend? Shit, bro, I didn't know that. Fuck. My bad. You found a better job? I don't think there is a better job. I don't think such a thing exists. Stay-at-home husband. Or that means your job is like doing dishes and shit. Does that sound fun to you? But time to become a trophy husband, true. I don't know. I don't think that would make me happy. If you completely burn out on Genshin, I already have completely burnt out on Genshin multiple times. So that shouldn't be a problem. Like right now I'm pretty burnt out on Genshin. You can usually tell from my average stream duration. When I like Genshin, my average stream duration is like 4 to 5 hours. When I'm burnt out, it's like 2 to 3. So it's pretty easy to notice that I've been burnt out on Genshin for a while now. What was peak Genshin for you? Dendro leaks. And like 2.4 or some shit. That was peak Genshin for me. The build up to 3.0 and 3.0 itself was peak Genshin. Become a React streamer? I don't like the idea. Sometimes I'll watch videos on stream, but when I watch videos on stream, it's one of two things. Either it's like actively something that I think I have like valuable insight to add. So like if I'm watching an account review video or something where I end up providing more feedback than the video itself does. And so I feel comfortable doing that. If I didn't, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. And the other type of like videos I watch on stream is Zajef clips. And it's the reason why I only watch Zajef clips and not clips of anyone else is because I don't like the idea of React content. But I'm too tired to say this in a way that actually properly conveys my thoughts. So it might sound a little arrogant, but I know that Nick wouldn't. Nick's career trajectory would have been very different if it hadn't been for me. And I know he's okay with me watching his clips. And I pretty much made him, so I'm okay with it. You made him how so? I mean, I say that like 80% as a joke, but because like I know that Nick is an entertaining streamer, and like people would watch him if even if it wasn't for the guides. But growing as a streamer is very difficult, and the reason why his channel got attention is because of the guides. And the reason why his guides did well is because they were good guides that I helped him with a lot at the start. Like, even if he stopped doing guides, people would still watch his streams just as much. But if he had never done guides, he wouldn't have as many people watching his streams. Harbinger of Dawn incident. True. And he would never have capitalized on the hole in the market that was reliable guides for casual players if it wasn't for me. Because he would have just fucking kept spouting bullshit. And like, don't get me wrong, I spouted bullshit as well, but I really do think like his career trajectory would have been very, very different if I hadn't been there. Did you come to help him make guides? Was it because you were already friends? Yeah, he wanted to make a dilute guide, and I was a math major back in the days where nothing was like properly known, right? Like back in the days where it wasn't even common knowledge yet that your circlet should be crit. Obviously, the people in theory crafting communities already knew, but the community at large was very unaware of stuff like that. We started Genshin first, he did. What made you play Genshin? Nick told me you should play this game, and I was like, I guess. To be fair, I follow / watch your stream because I discovered you through Zajef. Yeah, it was definitely a mutually beneficial relationship. Looking at like the outcome of both of our streaming careers. We made each other, you know. This being the song playing isn't helping with the Gage allegations. Shut up. Are you NA? Yeah. Animations are out. I don't think I'll look at them today. I'm a lot more tired than I expected to be. Has he stalled yet this stream? Yeah, I did. Stall was pretty early in the stream. Hey, Rebozo. Free again? That's fucked up. Are your DMs open for viewers, or is it common sense not to? I mean, my DMs are open, but I don't really reply to most of them. I have Omega. I have very huge ego, so I ignore most of my DMs. The fame went to his head, exactly. I do ignore most of my DMs, but it's just because I can't be bothered. Especially when, like, 2/3 of them are people saying, hey, can I ask you a question? Just ask the fucking question. I'm not gonna reply to you if you DM me, can I ask you a question? Ask the question or shut up. DMing wouldn't be considered rude? No, not at all. Just don't be offended if I don't end up replying. But you're more than welcome to DM me for pretty much anything. Especially manhwa recommendations. I'm pretty much out of manhwa with villainous in the title, or stuff like that. I've read pretty much all of them. There's a few of them I haven't read because they're only available on, like, they're not available on the like very legitimate platforms that have good translations. They're only available in the ones that have bad translations. And so I'm not fucking reading this shit. Have you gotten used to manhwa mistranslations? I don't think I ever could get used to it. It's just, it's awful. When I see fucking the teen manhwa watermark, that's a fucking alt F4 instantly. I'm not fucking reading that shit. Like, no thank you. Why do you like the villainous genre so much? It's just fun. Like, they're the reason it got popular. It's just fun. I wish there was more villainous manhwa that wasn't romance. I think very often they end up trying to force romance into their stories, and it makes them a lot less interesting. Like an adventure story where someone's the villainous? Yeah. And there's a few, but I think, okay, unironically, this might just be because the quality of a lot of the stuff I've read has been awful. But when it comes to manhwa, it feels like male main characters tend to be so fucking unlikable. Like, their personalities are always dog shit. I don't know why, but it's like, they're just never likable. That's probably why most of the manhwa I end up liking is fucking JoJo or shit like that. It's just because the fucking male MCs are so ass. They're so bad. I'm guessing it has something to do with gender roles in Korean society. And I know that gender roles in Korean society are not very poggers. Which would explain why the male MCs are so fucking unlikable. Do you like yaoi? I don't think I've ever actually read any yaoi. Like, unironically, I don't think I ever have. So I couldn't answer your question. How about Yuri? I've read a little bit of Yuri. But only because there's a bit of overlap between Yuri and villainous manhwa. And I've read pretty much every villainous manhwa. I've read I'm in Love with the Villainous. I've read Please Bully Me, Miss Villainous, or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh, yeah. Oh, indeed. The name, yeah. But I'm not that interested in romance just in general as a genre. So I don't really have a reason to seek out Yuri or Yaoi. Like, I'm real fucking tired of the last page of your manhwa just being fucking a marriage or wedding scene. Like surely your story's conclusion can be something other than that. Like, come on, I'm just so tired of it, man. You enjoy reading I'll raise you well in this life, your majesty. What is that? I'll raise you well in this life, your majesty. I don't think I've read this one. Oh, and it's actually finished. Okay, I'll think about it. I will think about it. So marriage equals game over? I mean, it's not... I don't think that it's a bad thing for there to be a marriage as a part of a conclusion to a character arc or a story arc. But, like... as the final conclusion to your story, I just feel like it's kind of boring. What is about isekai slash reincarnation manhwa? I think that the Japanese are too far ahead of the curve when it comes to isekai. Reading isekai manhwa feels like it feels like I'm reading something from 2005. It's trash, but it's good trash, like junk food. I mean, when it comes to manga, there's good and there's bad. When it comes to manhwa, there's like no good. The Japanese have isekai lockdown and Koreans have a regression. Exactly. Actual good take. Actual good take. Like, I don't expect isekai manhwa to ever be good, but I don't think I would ever expect a regression manga to be good either. Every solo leveling clone is free money. Bro, I'm not a fan, man. ReZero is an isekai regression. I guess! Not really! But like, I guess? Isn't regression about starting over? ReZero just has small hops. Yeah, ReZero is like a regression adjacent, but it's not exactly regression. Return of the Blossoming Blade is a decent... I'll take a look at it. Return of the Blossoming Blade. Oh my god, I'm blooming. This description does not look fun to me. No thanks. You take a look at CHASCA animations. I'll look at them tomorrow. You read not your typical reincarnation story. No. It doesn't seem too bad, though. I'll give it a shot, probably. Have you watched Dungeon Meshi? Yeah. I thought it was alright. What's the best villainous manhwa? Ooh, that's a good question. I will say, I don't think there's a single villainous manhwa that actually stands far and far and above the rest. It's like a cluster of decent ones and a cluster of garbage ones. I don't think there's any one of them that's like, that separates itself that much. Hourglass was pretty good, yeah. I liked Angel or Villainous. I just finished, like, yesterday, or the day before, reading the available chapters of Villains Are Destined to Die. Let me... But yeah. This one I liked. I thought it was pretty good. This one was alright. Huh. This is rated a lot lower than I expected it to be. This one was alright for me. The one within the villainous is probably the best. What's that? The one within the villainous. It doesn't seem like an actual title. I don't know. I am actually kind of curious. If you sort by score for villainous. Oh. Interesting. Oh well. Oh well. Oh wait, is it this one? You said the one within a villainous? This one? The person in a villainous. Okay, maybe I'll take a look at this one as well. What kind of manhwa do you usually like? I don't really know. honestly. What about what's wrong with being a villainess? These things always have so many different titles. What's wrong with being a villainess? I can't find it. Oh, is it the perks of being a villainess? Yeah, it's that one. Have I even read this? I don't know. Maybe? Yeah, I have read this. I don't really remember it. Don't know why. Is villainous like a genre? No! I'm alt F4ing. I'm not doing the fucking Archon quest today. Shit, I hope I'm not locked into the Archon quest. I'll try relogging. I really hope I'm not locked into the quest. Dude, if I'm actually locked into the quest, I'm gonna fucking mold. Because I don't want to do the quest until Sunday. Please let me go. 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 Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Woo! We got out. We didn't get caught. Alright, before I fucking make the same mistake again. I'm not going here. I'm gonna claim my commissions in another region. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow, I wanted to do it today, but I ended up not fucking sleeping. So tomorrow we'll do proper testing on CHILONEN in teams with characters I don't have, so Risley, Ito, stuff like that, Ganyu. And we will take a look at CHASCA leaks. In any case, I hope you all enjoyed your stay. I hope you had a good time today. If you didn't have a good time, well, honestly, fuck you, I guess. Why are you even here? What are you doing? don't really want to raid anyone, though. Whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.